Hi, I'm Al Goff.
And I'm Miles Miller.
Hi, this is John Schneider.
Hi, it's John Glover.
This is Justin Hartley.
This is Steve the Knight.
This is Aaron Ashmore.
This is Cassidy Freeman, and you are listening to Starkville.
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 Starkville, House of L.
Starkville, House of L.
Starkville, House of L.
The podcast.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the House of L. This is our episode, our holiday episode, our Christmas Eve spectacular episode for the Smallville Season 5 Christmas episode, Lexmas. I'm Derek.
I'm Robin.
Hey Robin.
Holy cow.
How are you? How are you, buddy?
Doing great.
I'm sorry, I should have said Clark W. Griswold. You are dressed for success here, sir.
Yes. I've got
If you're listening to the audio portion and not watching on YouTube, this is what you're missing out on because he is full on Clark Griswold over here. I approve.
This is Clark Griswold if he didn't get the Tylenol. This is what you're looking at right here.
Nice.
No, I got this costume for a Christmas party this year, and oh my God, I discovered the power of the cardigan. Like, I've been a flannel guy, I've been a sweater guy. I got the cardigan now. I'm living on this thing for the rest of my life. This is probably the only cardigan I'll own. It'll be ratty.
You look good at it. You there's a level of old man cardigan you ascend to at a certain point, I believe, and I wouldn't say you're quite at that threshold yet, but it's okay to welcome it a little early.
Yeah, I just want to be warm.
Be
warm?
Yeah. Well, you're where you live. You have to be warm. What's the temperature there right now?
Oh, it's like 22 outside and sleeting.
Yeah.
It
was 17 here the other day.
Oof. Yeah. It's gotten down to single digits and below. So yeah,
that's a little
this
ridiculous.
is a warm front going through.
It's back, in the balmy 60s now.
How's your holidays going?
Excellent. Can't complain. Could, but won't. All
right, I'll complain for you.
The holidays. What about you?
What the heck with these holidays?
I know, right?
It's. I am completely. I'm completely caught up.
Look at
all
you.
The shopping is done.
Look at you on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, exactly. It is
nicely done.
Festivus time.
It is Festivus. Happy Festivus.
Got nothing to worry about. Yeah,
I have a lot of problems with Frank, who was supposed to be here, but apparently bailed on us. So the airing of grievances happens right now.
We'll be wrestling him later.
We are talking Lexmas, the season 5, episode 9, the first holiday episode of Smallville. It aired December 8th, 2005, 20 years ago this month, which is crazy to think about. It is the 97th episode overall of the series, written by Holly Harold and directed by Rick Rosenthal. I love this episode so much. Every time I revisit it, it makes me. We knew around this time, obviously, that somebody was going to die in the 100th. All those promos, everything. Someone he loves, someone close to him will die. I remember all of that. And I felt like this was kind of our last little respite before things got a little crazy. I know we've got Fanatic and Lockdown after this one. And obviously we are doing this episode out of order because we're wrapping up season 3 in our regular rewatch, but had to do a Christmas Eve special.
Sure. This is a turning point for Lex too. This is probably the great divide right here is where good Lex starts ending and bad Lex starts beginning.
I would say, there's some key moments throughout the series, obviously. Descent, I think that's his final, push, no pun intended. I would say even Onyx, even though it's 2 Lexes, but, I think some of that rubs off a little bit when he sees just how conniving and evil the other Lex is. But this one definitely, when you see this, how power hungry he becomes, takes the complete wrong lesson from this. I love It's a Wonderful Life. It is not only one of my favorite Christmas movies of all time, it's one of my favorite movies of all time. I could watch it any time of year.
Absolutely.
It's fantastic story. So generally speaking, almost always when there's an It's a Wonderful Life-esque tale of a property or an IP or something that I love, I'm usually on board with it. This one works for me mostly because it deters so much from what a regular Smallville episode is, especially in this era halfway through the series, but also it lets Rosenbaum do some things that he would never get to do
Mhm.
on the show, so I have very good memories of it. It's one of the weirder episode titles of the entire series because it's not
Yeah,
not a word,
not a word.
which rarely happens. I love our one-word episode titles, on the show, but yeah, this one definitely is just a made up, Natalie Portmanteau. There you go.
Eh,
Hey, callback. If Frank was here, he'd ring the bell for us, but he's not.
ding.
So that's back to our round 3 days.
There you go.
So it's, I mean, basically, if you remember the episode, if you haven't watched it in a while, the breakdown is Lex is in Granville. How often do we get to see Granville, by the way?
Is this Gotham?
Is
Like I
this
kind of like.
Gotham?
Is this Gotham? It's like the Granville butterfly coming to me. I'm
It's,
saying, is this Gotham?
It's if Smallville is Metropolis is the metropolis of the two and lighter and happier, then this is definitely the more Gotham. You're gonna get shot in the alley for your car. I wonder if he gets the car back. We never find that out, do we?
Actually, one of the balls that Holly Harold dropped.
That's yeah,
Like,
on that one.
what happened to the car? Hello.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that thing was low jacked.
What about the watch? Did he get the watch? Did they get the watch?
Yeah, the watch. I forgot about the watch. So he's trying to get some dirt on Jonathan so he can get him tanked in the election. So Lex can overtake because clearly Lex's numbers, he's not doing as well at this point. If you remember at
And
this
who's
point, both he and Jonathan Kent are running for state senator for Kansas.
Who's
So
he trying to get the information from?
is it Griff?
Hey, Gramps, I told you 2 coats of wax on my car, not just one.
When did you become the physical type? Yeah, I was like, is it Griffin? And then he said Griff, and I was like,
Griff.
nope, it's Griff. I should be able to remember that. You would think of all people, I should be able to remember that.
Adrian Holmes.
Yeah, and after meeting him, I love location scouting in these early shows because where did they find this place that they meet in Vancouver?
The alleyway there?
Yeah, not even the alleyway, but the sewer almost that they go into.
Oh, right, yeah.
Like the condemned door that Lex goes in through, and then it's like they're standing in water and there's pipes and everything. It's good location.
I wonder if that was a set. Maybe it was.
I don't think that was a set. That seems pretty much. We're still getting our money at this point. We were still getting our stipend for stuff like this at this point.
I wanted to give you a trivia.
Okay.
For a couple things here in our opening scene. So Griff is played by Adrian Holmes, who we're going to meet again in season 9.
Yeah,
playing a
but
Kandorian.
not as Griff. Yeah, I do remember that.
He was in 15 episodes of Arrow. He's now known for like 2 TV shows right now on the air. It's Strange New Worlds, where he's playing the Admiral Robert April. And
oh yeah, Star Trek. I thought you were.
Strange New Worlds.
I was thinking of Brave New World. Yeah, that's who he is. That's why he looks so familiar to me.
And
nice.
I wasn't sold on this series because it wasn't billed as a comedy, but the new series Bel Air, apparently he's Uncle Phil.
Oh, he's Uncle Phil on Bel Air. I have not watched Bel Air. Yeah, that one looked a little odd for me. That looked like something that was a 30 Rock joke. The
Fresh Prince was not so
fresh
fresh
take on Bel Air seemed like a 30 Rock parody. So I didn't pick that one up. Okay, so he's Uncle Phil on there.
Yeah.
Very recognizable face. He's in a lot of stuff. I do remember him from Arrow, and of course, yes, do remember him as a Kandorian later on in Smallville. But yeah, God, I didn't even think about him being Admiral April.
Yeah.
On Star Trek. Okay.
It's so funny because I remember watching Strange New Worlds going, where do I know this guy from? I guess it's not like I have anything on.
Become the physical type. Right. But when Lex comes out, he's shot. He gets carjacked by a couple. The woman shoots him in the back.
Very excited.
And then,
Kill him.
a little trigger happy there. And then shoots him again in the shoulder. We believe that he is paralyzed from the waist down.
If you're just joining us, Lex Luthor
has been shot. Yes, thank you. There is if you're just joining us for this episode.
Oh, really?
I think it's like the life Lex knew. I'm gonna find it while we're talking.
Well,
you can play it.
While you're looking that up, I have to mention, of course, the other important thing that I would be remiss wearing the clothes that I am not mentioning.
Okay,
and that is.
What is
that time of year?
Thank you. How the episode opens.
Feeling. Yeah, Ray Charles, that Spirit of Christmas is called.
Mm-hmm.
He actually made it for the Christmas Vacation soundtrack, and it blew up so big he ended up making a whole Christmas album afterwards. So,
Yep, it's a
this was
great
recorded in
song.
85. Yeah, and it's just it's that scene where Chevy is in basically leftover clothes from maybe his mother
Oh, the
or
attic
Ellen.
scene. All right, here we go.
Watching
Here we
gnome
go.
videos. Yeah.
I have to turn this up a little bit loud so it'll play through.
If you're just joining us,
Those just make me so nostalgic. I can't even begin to tell you the voice.
Even
all
with
of it.
the
If
dim
you're
fries
just
are done
joining-
in the background.
Yeah, the life Lex knew has vanished.
Life Lex knew.
So while he's laying there, dying, bleeding out in the street, he begins having this, this "It's a Wonderful Life" type thing where we're 7 years into the future, so 2012, past the point the show would be over,
Mhm.
and he is married to Lana. So it's not creepy because he's married to Lana and it's 7 years of the future. Just gonna go ahead and get that out
she's
now.
very well graduated.
Well, nobody graduated, but she's of consenting age, I guess. So it's
Yes.
not it's not that weird.
And
Although
they've
that
created monsters together.
kid seems
Breakfast.
5, at least I would say. I'd say he was at least
Yeah.
5 years old.
I haven't seen a kid so excited for breakfast since Walt Jr. on Breaking Bad. I mean, he is so happy. He's ready for Daddy Lex to make him some pancakes.
Young Alexander. But we find out, and Lana's pregnant, which is the big, other than him waking up in bed next to her, that's the big shock because she's very pregnant at this point.
Did you see what? I don't know if this was in the script or if Rosenbaum decided to throw it in at the end, but like when she rolls out of bed and she's like 10 months pregnant, maybe.
Yeah.
Lex is stunned, and as they walk away, the camera stays on Michael, and he's like, "What the?"
Yeah.
He just had to stop
Even in that
himself.
promo, even in the bumper right there, it's that part. Yeah. What the? Yeah. The kids jumping up and down on the bed, and we find out he left everything behind after he was shot. So he was shot in this scenario, and he gave it all. He gave up LuthorCorp, gave up Lionel, didn't want to be a Luthor anymore. Became the best man ever, according to some people in the episode, and now he's been thrust into this world where he's trying to play catch up, and living on a budget. And
I'm trying to catch all the references here, but he retreats into the bathroom. He opens the medicine cabinet, and before we get the mirror reveal of Lillian, what does he grab? Hallelujah, holy S. Where's the Tylenol?
Wouldn't you? Yeah. He does check himself out and finds the scar.
He's got like
where he has been shot.
Bullet, and then a cut.
Yeah,
where they must have had to operate.
Yeah, where they had to operate. So, and then so I assume the same thing would have happened. Lionel still, risked his life, so he wouldn't have a son that was a cripple. And of all the Lionels we see in this show, all the versions of Lionel, this may be the most dickish one of them all when he finally goes to visit him at Luthor Mansion, because
where the Star of Bethlehem is pouring light upon
light through. Never seen that kind of light coming through. No, I don't know about
Savior?
that. Ultimately, Lana goes into labor and has complications, so he goes begging to Lionel for help to get her seen in Metropolis at the Davis Clinic, the good old Davis Clinic, and
William B. Davis. I'm not sure
William
what
B.
that's
Davis
a reference
Clinic,
to.
cigarette smoking man clinic, wing, and the mayor of Smallville clinic rather, and I always forget he was the mayor of Smallville, and so
that's right.
That's essentially that plot, and then you've got the B plot going on where. Of all the and while we're speaking of Lionel and that being a dickish version of Lionel, of all of Chloe's transgressions on this show, and there are many, I will say, there are many things she does to piss off the viewing audience, to piss off Clark, to piss off the Kents, to piss off Lana, everybody. At some point in the show, she pisses off everybody. Calling him to come to Metropolis on Christmas Eve when they're about to have a Christmas party.
Yeah.
Is high on the list for me. I mean, I think and then of course she has to turn. Well, the kids aren't going to get their presents. Well, whose fault's that? A lack of planning on your part does not create an emergency on mine.
How about the fact that as she's trying to convince him, and she's like, you know, the only person I know that's faster than a
Faster than a
speeding
speeding
bullet.
bullet. There's a custodian standing right there, just mopping the floors.
You know, the helpers in our society are so invisible, you know, and the more recognition should be paid. And maybe if this guy decides to blackmail both Chloe and Clark to get some recognition, he deserves it.
I was like, come on. It's like she looks at him, but she doesn't lower her voice at all. I do love the line of, this isn't Toys for Tots, this is Toys R Us. There's a couple thousand gifts in here, and there are. And Clark is running around town trying to deliver all these gifts. We get that great aerial footage of him blurring, you know, back and forth. And
I think that we get our another music, Christmas music. The Sugar Plum Fairy.
yeah, Sugar Plum Fairy he's delivering the gifts. The little girl spots him. I do love he gets his cookie and milk at one house, and then another house he gets spotted, and he says, little girl says, "You're not Santa Claus." It's like, "Oh, I'm the
Cindy Lou Who,
new
right?
improved Cindy Lou Who. I'm the new improved version." And she's like, "Well, who's that?" You know, that's Santa. And then we're treated to this drunk, suicidal Santa Claus, which I even remember at the time, 20 years ago, being like, "This was a choice." Especially
like the fact he's saying "bitch, bitch, bitch." I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Wow, really, Santa?
How often do we get language on this show? The occasional hell and damn, but I don't ever remember, you know, that kind of. So Clark's literally talking him off the ledge. And it's as much as Rosenbaum gets to do some different things here, I think Tom gets to do some different stuff as well, not only here, but also in the dream sequence, because he's playing Clark a little older, a little different in the 2012.
I mean, both plots are fantasies, right? I mean, otherwise Santa is real, which apparently he is in the DC universe, but
Superman believes in Santa. I think of the Justice League episode with Martian Manhunter, where he's, you know, they talk about wrapping the presents in lead so he couldn't see through them, and he's like, "You mean Santa wrapped the presents in lead, right?" It's
yeah,
telling
this has got to
Jonathan
be a
that.
universe where people accept that there's Santa Claus. Otherwise, Toys for Tots is going to get a lot of lawsuits about breaking and entering over. Like, you come down, you're like, "Oh, we were supposed to get some presents from Toys for Tots. The delivery guy didn't show up, but it's under the tree. How did it get under the tree?" Edna.
So Edna, I mean, I mean, Chloe outright. I mean, later in the episode, Santa comes to the planet and is like, "I met your friend Clark, and he told me what you're doing. I'd like to help." And then obviously, all the gifts suddenly disappear along with Santa. So then, I mean, it's a hell of a night because now we're 3 hours later. Obviously, Chloe had to drive from Metropolis to Smallville unless Clark gave her a lift,
Yeah.
and she's telling him, you know, what has transpired, and he's like, I don't, you know, the one I talked to on the ledge, the drunk one, I don't think that's the case at all. Maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's nice to still have a little magic in the world.
You know, what's really nice about that last party scene, you probably know this trivia, but the owners of
Yes,
the
at the time.
Realton Farm.
Yeah, at the time,
there.
those two owners are at the party. I watched the episode trying to figure out which one is Ben Hubbard every time. I'm like, who's Ben?
It's that guy.
Which one of you is Ben? I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
I'd say that could be Ben. Why not?
I was immediately like, "Oh, they've got some farmer types here in the background they dressed." And then I looked up the trivia and I was like, "Oh, those must have been the owners." Just kind of wearing their regular clothes.
Once again, a Smallville gathering where you would expect to know the people there based on, you know, the show, and we don't know any of these people.
Where's Pete? You can't show up for Christmas?
Well, you know, I think a Sheriff Nancy in a ugly Christmas sweater would have been a good get.
Oh, yeah. Howdy, y'all. Merry Christmas. Watch that ice patch.
Mr. Kent, this is a fine cup of eggnog. You said this was a great cup of coffee. Just, I don't know. The same thing with the wedding and the finale. I'm always like, who are you people? There's nobody here we recognize.
I mean, it's better than being at a table and you recognize everybody and you're wondering why some of these people are here.
Yeah.
Which,
and it also, I mean, it's also kind of like the famous Kent Christmas party, which we've never heard of before and we never see again, although we see two alternate versions in this episode. We see this one and then we see the 2012 version where Jonathan has been elected. He wins, because Lex dropped out of the race after the shooting and when he gave everything up. And he's wearing glasses now to show that time has passed. And
he's older.
He's older, of course. Yes, we are
happens to
7
us.
years into the future. I do love that he's very much like, I shouldn't be telling you this, and reveals the humanitarian award, and then goes, let's go tell everybody else that we shouldn't be telling. I shouldn't be telling you this, but then let's go tell everyone else at the party that you have won the Kansas Humanitarian Award to Lex Luthor, the finest man that I know. And Jonathan tells him, it still gets me a little bit to this day, because with the look on Rosenbaum's face when he says it, Jonathan says, I couldn't be prouder of you if you were my own son. And Lex it's Mr. Kent, Jonathan, like he's so taken aback by these words, and it's so beautiful and moving, and to the point that you're almost like, I don't understand how you can't get to the end of this dream sequence and not want this for yourself. Because this is also really our last Clark and Lex friendship ever too, because we're so strained at this point in the series anyway. So this is the last kind of camaraderie we see between the two of them, even.
Yeah.
Before series end.
It did provide a nice, wonderful look into what their friendship could have been too, because like you're expecting Clark to be like kind of like a little jealous, and also when he's like tree shopping with Chloe, as he leaves Lex, he kind of puts an arm around Chloe, so you're kind of wondering, is he with Chloe?
I want to talk about that for a minute, because I have a qualm with that. So.
Okay.
And also, worst wig on the show, I think. You can clearly see where Allison's hair ends, and that longer
I was going to say,
7
those
years
extensions for
later,
sure.
Yeah, the longer 7 year
And they look like they're just randomly placed.
They're not good at all. They're terrible.
Sorry, hair design, but
that's neither here nor there. Yeah, you're kind of led to believe that they're together. We know Clark is now a reporter at the Daily Planet. We don't know about if Chloe still is or not.
Glasses.
She's publishing her book. Yeah. She's publishing her book, which is a full expose on LuthorCorp with Lex
expose,
her,
actually. I could have given them that episode title.
Lexpose.
Lexpose.
So here's my question. But we do get to the point where in the 7 years later scenario, we're at the Kent farm, and we get the porch scene between Clark and Lex, which is a great scene.
Yeah.
And they're talking about, how did I end up with Lana and you didn't? Because Lex is literally trying to put the pieces together to figure out how this happens.
Yeah.
I got it. It's like Bill and Ted. Remember the trash can. When I get back, I got to figure out what I did to get Lana in this situation. Yeah. And Clark just says pretty much, I wasn't ready. Maybe I'll never be ready. So that led me to believe they weren't together, that they were still just best friends, Clark and Chloe.
And it's interesting because, like, is this an actual look into the future, or is this Lex's version of what the ideal thing would be?
Right,
be
because
totally
Clark's
okay
Clark's not at the planet in season 5 by this point.
Yeah.
So, other than him knowing he wrote for the Torch, that's about the extent that goes. How hard why could they have not given us Lois in this episode and put the two of them together?
That would have been,
because obviously Erica is not in this episode.
Yeah, not at all.
She was just a regular at this point, and not full-fledged cast member.
Mhm.
But I don't understand why they couldn't have put her in there. I'm not saying take Allison out. I don't, obviously there's reasons, but I'm just from a go back and do it again standpoint. It would have been fantastic to have seen the juxtaposition and have Clark and Lois, 7 years in the future being together, because obviously they were by the end of it.
Maybe they didn't want to spoil people that thought
they were
that
really
Clark and
holding
Lana
on to
were
the
gonna be
fact
forever.
that, thank God they didn't introduce Chloe as Lois. And Herca brought it up, and then Alexander or Alex being like, Aunt Lois, I do love Uncle Clark Make Me Fly. That gets me. That's a beautiful moment.
Again, that makes me go, maybe this isn't just in Lex's head. Maybe this is kind of like especially Clark sitting there in this great big dark blue overcoat and red scarf.
Scarf.
He's still coordinating.
He didn't at any point. He didn't like duck and shirt rip out or anything. So
it had glasses.
It's very much.
They wouldn't give us glasses. They're not going to give us Clark and Lois.
This is true. No glasses. So you're right.
It is red blue. Never mind. I'm not going to say that out loud.
I got you. No, I'm picking up what you put down.
Okay.
I love this episode. I really do.
Me too.
It's so much fun. There's only 2 Smallville Christmas episodes. This and Gemini. Gemini is even less of a Christmas episode than this one is. But it's a very nice again, this pinpoint of time in the show. I mean, you're smack dab in the middle of the series at this point. Like, this is the last episode of 2005, so cliffhanger before they came back, but right before the 100th episode.
It's crazy. This is a huge episode, and you're like, oh, in 3 episodes, it's going to be freaking reckoning? Come on. Yeah, they're just like knocking them out of the park, I think. I mean, the next episode is a little. Is what you wanted.
Fanatic and Lockdown are not what I would call grand, but they're fine. Probably Lockdown more than Fanatic. Doesn't Lockdown Lex get shot again, like 2 episodes later? I'm pretty sure he does.
Yeah, they're locked in
They're locked in
escape room.
Yeah, in the escape room, and he's like bleeding
Or whatever
out. I think he literally gets shot again 2 episodes later.
It's a panic room. There's no like puzzle for him and Lana to get out of there.
No.
Just a puzzle of 2 bad people outside.
I try to make myself go back and watch this episode every year. But I really feel like the last couple of years I have not revisited. So this was kind of like a warm blanket coming back and watching it
truly
this time. Because I think
I've got so much stuff for you. So much more stuff for you. If you'd like me to just kind of go through and recite things.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I love that Lana is a grammar Nazi in the future when she corrects Alexander, Dad and I. You know, that's good. I mean, maybe she's got some future in journalism. I don't know.
Yeah.
Lillian Luthor, played by Alisen Down, is 4 years younger than Michael Rosenbaum. But then again, you know,
I feel like I remember that. Yeah, but obviously she died.
She died,
when he was a kid. We were talking about this. I think Frank and I were talking about this when we were doing Memoria the other day. That
this is the last episode they did together. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but then it was always her throughout too. So I like that.
Let's see what else. Okay. What is wrong with Jonathan that he's literally grabbing hot cookies as they're coming out of the oven and not expecting to get his hand scalded? Thing.
Maybe he touched the pan. Maybe he was going for the cookie and went down a little too far.
Also, do you think Jonathan was ticked off that Lana got to put the angel on the tree? Like,
I'm more like you two are just making out in the living room right in front of your parents. That's weird. Go ahead.
Yeah,
sure. I love Lana's like the first of many. I'm like, you die in 2 episodes. You gone.
Yeah.
I mean, you come back, but you die in 2 episodes.
Yeah. This whole Dreams is going to be dying soon. Okay. The first thing in the flashback I wanted to mention was the fact that this is the Luthor household, not manor or mansion, as I like to call it mansion, but the Luthor household looks just as idyllic as like the Kent home. It's as if like Lex is like, that's, but like a different color. Like, I don't like the yellow.
Right. Get rid of the amber.
Lex has a real Scrooge moment when Lana reminds him that they have a budget, and it's as if he's about to scream, "Take me away to this world." What do you say? I can only get the little trees, not the big trees.
Not the big trees. I do love the whole, after Mom died, we never celebrated Christmas. So this is the tree, for all the trees I never had. And Lana's like, you say that every year.
Every year. Yeah. That's so awesome. What was I'm sorry. The fact that Chloe is like, okay, I have directions for all the households and gives them a book of stuff printed out from MapQuest. Like she's using up the printer budget as well. And she also had another book of directions waiting for Santa Claus, I guess.
Couple thousand. Here you go.
Yep. Santa, suicidal Santa. Great way to introduce him to Smallville.
Jeez,
played by Kenneth Welsh, who he's Wyndham Earl from Twin Peaks.
My God, that is.
It adds just a little bit more of a creepier, unhinged thing to this role.
Huh. Would not have clocked that in a million years had I not looked it up.
Okay, so when they pull up with the tree, Alexander says about the tree, "It's a beauty, isn't it, Dad?" She's a Butte Clark, maybe they're trying to. Thank you, Eddie.
Yeah.
In the fantasy reality, both the Luthor household, by the way, Lana has that entire place decorated. I'm trying to imagine Lex up on the roof with the staple gun because he couldn't call anybody. but they've done, I don't know, I want to be equal, but all of this, and it's Christmas Eve, and now they're getting
we're
tree.
getting the tree. I've never understood in TV, and I actually met someone, who was that a few years ago, that was like, we get the tree on Christmas Eve, and I was like, are you crazy? I would love to know, listeners, if anybody gets their tree on Christmas Eve. But it always astounds me in TV and film, and it's like, all right, it's Christmas Eve, let's go get the tree. Like, what you been doing this whole time, especially if the house is already decorated? Why are you trimming the tree on Christmas Eve? Where are the presents?
Even in Christmas Vacation, it's maybe like a week before Christmas when they get the tree.
No, it's more than 10 days out, because the 10 days out is when the in-laws show up. So I'm trying to remember the advent calendar. I can't.
Take my green tie off
the top of my head. Sorry. That comes with the territory. There are a few lines like that where they pepper in. Clark even says, well, you've got a wonderful life, Lex.
Yeah.
Yep. I wonder what Lex and Lana do. I wonder what their professions are. The look on his face when he's trying to climb in that Wagoneer, that wood paneling Wagoneer, like it's a wet sock he's trying to put on. Like he's so turned off.
There's
by
a Lex XX license plate on it at all. So what made Clark during the commercial break decide to tell Santa not only has he ditched the woman he loves for it, but by the way, this is a girl he used to spy on with a telescope.
Yeah, a lot happened in Off-Screenville on that commercial break. I thought the same thing. I was like, well, you really went down a rabbit hole, didn't you?
He just gets a rambling.
Anything to, we didn't get a "you're much stronger than you think you are" line or anything like that, but a lot went down in that conversation.
When Lana tells Lex that she's dying, he's a good man, don't ever change. I just wanted her to also say, I hope you find love.
I hope you find love. That would have been just funny for you and me, but I hope you find love. Yeah. And Frank and Graham and Jason and Jason. Yeah.
Yeah. That was a evening. So
Halloween Ends, folks. While we're at Christmas, go watch Halloween Ends.
God.
Or don't.
You can see Halloween 2, directed by the director of this episode, Rick Rosenthal.
There you go.
So, I forgot about this.
Superman.
Yep. I forgot about this when I was reading through the trivia, that Lex is so upset that Lionel played God with his life, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Scanlan, this is the next episode he was in. The last episode he was in was season 2's Vortex, where Scanlan was involved in the fact that Lionel is out and Lex basically gambled with his life doing a risky surgery to restore, and Lionel ends up blind as a result.
Yeah.
Temporarily blind. So Lionel could have been like, hey, remember back to...
Payback.
Yeah.
I do remember that. Good call. Good reference.
And I just want to also say on this holiday that Lex learned that the secret to happiness is power and money. And I got to say, I agree.
Yeah, not wrong. All he was missing was opening up the hospital door, the window. You boy, what day is it? It's Christmas Day. I haven't missed it. I can still rule the world. I do love that shot when, he turns to the window and you see Lillian, and then the slow pan, and then she disappears.
She disappears.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'll be back. Another flashback.
So before we go, I just want to ask you, because going through this year, what are your have to watch every year traditions when it comes to the holidays?
I am going to be the person that the Christmas lovers hate and don't understand. Mm-hmm. But Derek, I just turned 50. Okay, I've been through.
Mazel tov.
Thank you. I've been through 50 years of watching pretty much the same freaking Christmas movies and TV specials over and over and over again. I decided last year to switch it up. I developed the St. Nicholas Advent Calendar.
You went all Hallmark, huh?
No.
Okay, good.
I went all St. Nicholas Cage, that is. All for the 25 days leading up to Christmas. Every day, I have put into a randomizer all of Nicolas Cage's movies, and Derek has left the camera. And I watch the movies that come up on the wheel. I am saving this year's The Carpenter's Son to watch on Christmas because I believe that is Jesus related.
Yeah, but isn't like a horror movie, I think. The only Nicolas Cage Christmas movie I can think of is The Family Man. Are there others?
Family Man.
That's
no,
not an It's a
not
Wonderful
that I
Life
could.
tale that I really like. That's not one. I've
But
lost
also
I've lost faith.
very
The Santa
related to
hat's
this.
coming off. I'm done with you. So
Okay.
nothing Christmas. Like this is the only thing you watch that's
This year and maybe the
what?
last year.
Okay, hold on. Die
Yeah.
Hard.
I've seen it so many times. I like to give things a space. I don't know why I just had an accent there. I like to give it a space.
I'm shooketh, sir. There are no words right now.
No Christmas vacation. I haven't even listened to Christmas music. I haven't gone to Christmas plays or concerts. I went to one Christmas party, and I heard a lot of Christmas music
Clark
there.
Griswold. I am floored. You've gone full Nicolas Cage. Okay, never go full Nicolas Cage. That's what I hear.
Oh my God, there's so much to discover, Derek.
So
he's got so many credits.
Yeah, he does.
This holiday season, spend the month
and at least 6 good ones. I always watch Guarding Tess on Christmas Eve. It's my go-to.
I'll be watching The Surfer, actually.
That and Snake Eyes. Oh my God, I watched The Surfer a few weeks ago. That was anyway. I'm not going.
It's probably better than Between Worlds,
you
which
will
I watched today.
You will not drag me down this rabbit hole, this holiday rabbit hole, sir. I refuse. Prior to last year, what were your go-to choices?
Let me just say that my favorite Nicolas Cage movie that I've watched this month is a new discovery. It's Moonstruck. I've never seen that movie before, and if you want something to warm your heart,
you've never
and
seen
make you want to be Italian.
Snap out of it. You've never seen Moonstruck.
I know the clip. I've seen the clip in many an Oscar reel, but I've always been like, as the a growing cinephile before, I'd probably be like, that's a girl's movie. I don't even like Cher. But yeah, I love Cher now. And I love that entire family and I want to live with them. Okay, so your actual question. I would say my favorites are obviously Christmas Vacation and It's a Wonderful Life. We've already mentioned it, but It's a Wonderful Life is such a great movie, just regardless of the season. Jimmy Stewart, Donna Reed are spectacular in that movie. Yeah. I mean, kind of a little tired of Elf at this point. I do like Elf.
Yeah, I think
Die Hard is great.
Die Hard. I'm always a White Christmas. That's a favorite of mine.
Right.
That I always visit. Obviously, Christmas Vacation is huge. Scrooge.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Scrooge. But I think more of the repeat viewings are the ones that I grew up watching as a kid that I still go back and watch now. Charlie Brown Christmas every year. Can't miss that. Garfield Christmas. I love Garfield Christmas.
I was never down with I think it came after my time, so I never really connected with that
you were
one.
30 when that one came out, so no, I'm just kidding. No.
Exactly.
That was 87 or 88. I can't remember.
Be like 13.
Yeah, I guess so. I forget we're 10 years apart because I just turned 40.
Mazel tov.
Ah, yes, thank you. I'm feeling it. It's my first 40 Christmas. The Alvin and the Chipmunks Christmas, which just wrecks me still to this day.
Really?
Oh my
Something
God!
painful happens in that?
Oh, the kid with cancer and
was a kid with cancer,
and well,
that's heavy.
He's sick. He's really sick. He's supposed to play.
Okay.
He's supposed to play the Philharmonic. And can't, and there's a golden harmonica, and Alvin has to get the golden harmonica, or Alvin wants the golden harmonica. Alvin wants to get the golden harmonica for him, but he finds out the kid needs it, so he gets the golden harmonica as a gift, but then he gives it to the kid, and the kid gets better. He gets like the will to live because of the golden harmonica, and then he ends up getting to play. But also, the Christmas time is here. That's what this was from. I still want a hula hoop and all that.
Oh yeah.
The Alf, speaking of sick kids, the Alf Christmas special. That's not one I've revisited in a while because it's a wild trip, but I do remember that one. But there's one that I have to go back to every year because I think it informed my sense of humor. And that is the California Raisins Claymation Christmas special
Okay.
with the two have you surely you
I
know this.
probably saw it when it was live, but yes, of course I know the California Raisins.
Well, yes, but it's an anthology special. There's a bunch. So the California Raisins, I think, are only in 2 segments.
You like raisins.
But it's
That's a
hosted
Christmas movie quote.
by 2 dinosaurs.
As you do.
As you do.
This podcast is also hosted by 2 dinosaurs.
Yeah, Will Vinton's Claymation Christmas Celebration. Surely you know those 2 guys. Never seen them before?
No.
All right.
Or I don't remember.
Well, I implore you
when I
to
run out of
break,
Nicolas
I
Cage
implore you
movies.
to break your rule of Nicolas Cage this year, and please watch it's on YouTube. Please watch Will Vinton's Claymation Christmas Celebration. It is weird and endearing and hilarious, and I cannot go a single year without watching it, and have at least for the last 35 plus years.
I will roast the holly and the ivy and check it out.
It is a must. Chef's kiss. Robin, thank you for joining me on this Christmas Eve.
Oh God, thank you, Derek, for. You're so much more famous now since your appearance on Talkville. It's just a pleasure to talk to you as always.
No, I'm not. I assure you. But I do. I'm not going to go back to talk about it again too much because Tucker and I talked about it in the last episode. But I appreciate that. It was a lot of fun, and I hope.
So surreal to see as a fan from the beginning of SHoE to see y'all on the same camera together. I mean, I've seen these pictures from the conventions. I haven't quite gotten to any one of those yet.
Yeah.
But to actually see the interaction and just like the guys like engaging with you and not just kind of like, we're just going to give him a little time and blow him off.
I thought it was a good
conversation.
It was a good talk. I've got to give credit to Ryan and Tim, their editor, because we had some technical difficulty on the call, and I was like, this is not going to turn out. And me, I worry about everything, and especially something like this. I was very,
can't imagine.
I was very like, oh God, I screwed it all up. But they turned it into something. I was very pleased, and Tom and Michael are aces. They're wonderful. I can't say enough good things about Ryan. I really that was my Christmas present this year. Even though it was like a month ago, but that was my gift this year of being invited on, especially for what could be the last episode. I really hope that it's not. I feel like they're going to come back, but knowing that they were always like it might end with Michael's departure, that meant a lot to me. And then the fact that we talked for such a long period of time too, and they used so much.
And put it into like a reel. I mean, that's cool.
Yeah, that was
cool.
Wild. They're good guys. I can't say enough good things about the two of them.
It's like 20 years ago, like, oh yeah, Michael Rosenbaum and Tom Welling just promoted
I know. It's like
me
go back and tell
podcast.
2005 Eric that would be bizarre. But it's been a wonderful year. I feel so blessed, and of course at this time of year, when better to reflect on being blessed, but getting to
you must have made some good choices.
Getting to host the convention along with Craig from Krypton site, and seeing Superman premiere on the red carpet in LA.
That happened?
And, I don't know, but I'm very, very thankful. As much as I love this character and all that he stands for and everything, just to get to be a small little dot in this year was very, very rewarding to me. And warmed my Ebenezer Scrooge heart. If I'm more often than not, I can end up being Mr. Humbug, but it did me well this year. And my
we all have our
3
dark
sizes.
side.
I didn't have to steal anybody's presents. My heart just grew 3 sizes. So you can find us online, of course, wherever you listen to podcasts. Please follow us. They don't say subscribe anymore. They say follow. Spotify, Apple, iHeart. Follow us wherever you listen. And if you are listening through Apple and Spotify, I implore you to please scroll down to where you can leave a rating or a review. And hit those 5 stars. If you don't want to leave a 5-star, if you're thinking this is a 1-star, just go on or find another episode where we did a better job than this one. Although I think Rob and I always do a phenomenal job. So.
I feel like as you're pitching that to the gently to the listeners, I feel like I should be behind you like Keegan Michael Key with Obama being like,
Obama's,
the man should leave a review. 5
We
stars.
don't ask
Don't
for
look
much.
around.
We don't ask for much. After 20 years, just go hit the 5 stars.
The banner review.
But that enables more people to find us. I also absolutely love our new website. If you have not seen it, please go to superhouseofl.com. Graham has worked tirelessly on this thing. It looks so good. Dane helped out and Jason Bolton with the new logos.
How many
And
handsome men?
I
Look at
I
us
think
three.
the only good thing I've got going for me is, well, it's a wonderful life of it all. No man is a failure who has friends. I feel like I'm only as good
Yeah.
as the people I surround myself with, and you 6, 8, 10, 12 guys, all of you that we've all become friends because of this podcast and this TV series. It warms my heart whenever I think of it. So. And then, of course, if you're following us on social media, wherever you doom scroll, TikTok, Threads, Instagram, Twitter,
Wherever you
Blue
found out the bad
Sky,
news.
MySpace, yeah, we're at Superhouse of L. Yeah, wherever you get your bad news from, we're at Superhouse of L. And I can't also say that without mentioning Tim, who runs our socials, because he is
He rules.
phenomenal. Yeah, Tim absolutely
Yeah.
rules. So. Those are all the ways you can find us. Of course, patreon.com. We're going to be doing a whole lot more Patreon content in 2026. Going to be doing a whole lot more Instagram content. Robin's going to be doing some stuff for us. Frank's going to be doing some more stuff for us. We've got a slew of new episodes coming in the new year, some of which I have already recorded. One of our first episodes of the year I'm so excited about. I can't wait to tell you about it when it gets here. Good stuff coming down the pipeline.
I can't think of better things than what's been happening. I just can't think of. Yeah.
Who
Okay.
can say? I am so looking. If 2025 was finally the year I started taking this seriously, then 2026 is going to be even better. So we should.
Folks, you didn't think he'd top it, but he contacted the spirit of Christopher Reeve. He is on the pod this week.
Jesus. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
And to all a good night. God bless
Yeah.
everyone. And to Robin Burge, who did not die.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. At least I did not die.